Hello, everyone. Welcome to Barca News. It is January 5th, 2023, and Vitor Roque has officially debuted with Barcelona in what was a disastrous performance by the team against Las Palmas. Also, I have an update for you in regards to Joao Cancelo's injury. And finally, Bayern Munich will insist on signing Ronald Araujo. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before we begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps the channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the kit bag. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you hit the Bet Us. Both links are down below in the description. Now let's begin with the news because yesterday Barcelona defeated Las Palmas 1-2 with goals of Ferran Torres and Ilkay Gundogan during stoppage time. And with this victory, Barcelona took home 3 very important points, allowing them to stay alive in La Liga race because had Barcelona lost this match, they would have ended 10 points behind the leaders Real Madrid and Girona. Now, despite Barcelona's victory and despite them taking these 3 very important points, it was nonetheless a very embarrassing and pathetic victory. There was nothing to celebrate there because once again, the team had an absolutely disastrous performance that was very painful and hard to watch. Now, make no mistake, Barcelona's victory yesterday had nothing to do with merit. This was not a victory based on merit. This was not a victory based on talent, on skills, or on some kind of strategic genius. Barcelona won yesterday's match purely on luck, starting with Ferran Torres' goal where Las Palmas defender clears the ball. It bounces off Robert Lewandowski's head. It falls to Sergio Roberto's feet where he kind of gets tangled with the ball. And it ends up in front of Ferran Torres, who, yes, does a brilliant job of scoring the goal. But nonetheless, this goal was not a result of some kind of brilliant Barcelona play where there was a sequence of passes or some kind of some kind of combination between the players that results in Ferran Torres with the ball in front of the goal. No, this was just a series of mishaps, a series of fortunate bounces that leaves Ferran Torres in front of the goal, who again did do a brilliant job pushing it in, but nonetheless was a very lucky goal. And of course, Barcelona's second goal in stoppage time as a result of a penalty kick. So again, no merit to this victory. There's no genius behind this victory, no skills behind this victory. It was victory based purely on luck. And I was very disappointed in what I saw because after that match against Almeria, where Barcelona embarrassed themselves at the end of last year, I thought that we might see something different, especially after how Xavi Hernandez laid into the players during halftime, yelling at the players, expecting more than the players. And after we saw Xavi's change of rhetoric in the post-match press conference, where he went from usually defending the players, making up excuses for the players, instead he, blamed it on the players, said he expected more out of the Barcelona team. So I thought we would see something different after that match, but instead we saw the same exact thing. We saw Almeria 2.0 in this match. We saw Barcelona with no ideas, no strategy, no tactics, no passion, nothing really. A team that doesn't know how to play football at all, does not know how to move the ball quickly. There's no mechanisms in place. There's no fast transitions. There's no quick combination. There's absolutely nothing. Just a team devoid of any kind of identity or strategy or tactics. Just 11 players moving the ball around slowly, hoping for a miracle. And once again, Barcelona embarrassed themselves on the field. And they have to say, if this continues the same way, then say goodbye to any kind of trophies, because I don't see Barcelona winning any kind of trophies. But not only is Barcelona at risk of finishing this season trophyless with the way that they're playing, but they're risking a qualification to the Champions League next season, because had Barcelona lost, we would have dropped to 5th place. So again, very, very dangerous territory. Not only are we risking ending this season trophyless, but we're risking ending not qualifying to the Champions League next season, and something needs to be done because what the team is currently displaying on the field is absolutely unacceptable. This should have been an easy match for Barcelona. Barcelona should have came out with the same intensity that Girona had against Atletico de Madrid, where they scored 4 goals. But instead, the team came out like the match was already won before it had even begun. This is absolutely unacceptable because Las Palmas is a second division team that just got promoted after a very long time of not being in first division. So this is a team with second division players, with second division budget. And it's a team that not only is much weaker than Barcelona, but it's a team that the way they played left plenty of space for Barcelona. There was plenty of space between Las Palmas' defensive line and goalkeeper, which Barcelona should have been able to exploit. And this match should have been 5-0, but instead it ended 2-1. And this is absolutely unforgivable about what Barcelona are currently doing. And forget about Vitor Roque, forget about people saying, oh, we should sign Mbappe or Wirtz. The way the team is playing, no single player can save us. This is absolutely shameful, and it's absolutely sad to watch. Now, the funny thing is I've had people commenting saying, oh, I'm not a real Barcelona fan or that I'm a hater because I keep criticizing the team. But I'm sorry, if you're okay with Barcelona embarrassing themselves every single match all through the fields of La Liga and Europe, if you're okay with Barcelona risking ending the season trophyless, if you're okay with Barcelona risking not qualifying to the Champions League next season, then you're the one who's not a real fan. If you are happy with this mediocrity that you're seeing, if you're happy with this disastrous performance that you're seeing, then I'm sorry, I'm not the problem here. You're the problem here. You're not the one who's a real fan, because a real fan expects and demands the best out of his team. And when his team is not doing well, demands accountability, and just burying your head in the sand is not the solution. Now, speaking of Vitor Roque, the Brazilian star did debut in yesterday's match. I have to say, I'm very excited for Vitor Roque, to see Vitor Roque play, even though we didn't see much because, he didn't play the full match. We saw a lot of flashes of the Brazilian's brilliance. He looked like he was playing with a lot of intensity. He's very hungry, very desperate to prove himself in Barcelona, as you would expect an 18-year-old who just made a jump to European football. So I'm very, very excited to see what Vitor Roque has in store for us. I think he's going to help the team a lot. I see him scoring a lot of goals. But again, as I said before, do not expect Vitor Roque to save us. This team, the way they're playing, is beyond saving by one player. Everything needs to change. There's a complete systematic breakdown of the team at the coaching level, at the players level, at the mentality level. Everything needs to change for Barcelona to turn things around. So even though I'm very excited to see what Vitor Roque has to offer us, do not expect him to save us or to save this season. Now, while we're still on the topic of Vitor Roque, the Brazilian player was presented today officially with that number 19 jersey. He was presented at the Ciutat Esportiva, or the sporting complex where Barcelona trained. Of course, as every presentation, there were speeches. He gave us a little bit of taste of that Brazilian magic on the field with the ball control. And of course, there was that signing of the contract. So Vitor Roque has been officially presented as a Barcelona player. And of course, he has been officially registered because that's what allowed him to play in yesterday's match against Las Palmas. Now, one more update, because we saw João Cancelo suffer an injury during the match, and he had to leave the match. Barcelona have officially confirmed after performing medical exams on the Portuguese player that he has suffered an MCL injury in his left knee. And even though Barcelona have not stated when we should expect the player to be back, reports are already saying that João Cancelo will definitely miss the Copa del Rey this weekend, and he will also not travel with the team to Saudi Arabia to play in the Spanish Super Cup, where Barcelona are set to play against Osasuna in the semifinal. And if Barcelona win that match, they would, of course, advance to the final against the winner of the match between Real Madrid and Atletico de Madrid. So not a good news for Barcelona, but there are reports speculating that Barcelona might go back to a line of 3 with 3 center backs, since João Cancelo will be out for several matches to come. Now, speaking of defenders, we'll end today's video with the news of Ronald Araujo. And it seems that Bayern Munich will insist on signing our Uruguayan captain, next summer. Now, Bayern Munich, we're hoping to try to sign Ronald Araujo during this winter transfer market. They have completely ruled out this operation because Ronald Araujo has made it very clear that he has no intention of leaving Barcelona. He informed Bayern Munich through his agent that thank you for the interest, but I'm not interested in leaving. So therefore, Bayern Munich have ruled out signing Ronald Araujo during this winter transfer market. But nonetheless, it's reported that the German club will try the signing again in the summer, offering Barcelona somewhere north of the 70 or 80 million euros that they were hoping to offer during the winter transfer market. Of course, Barcelona's position is still the same. Ronald Araujo is untouchable. He's not for sale. If you want to take him, you have to pay his release clause worth 1 billion euros. And Ronald Araujo's stance is still the same, that he's happy in Barcelona. He wants to stay in Barcelona. He feels this is his home. He feels very important, especially after being given the captaincy. However, there are saying that if Barcelona asked Ronald Araujo to leave, that he would leave. So in other words, if Barcelona receives some very, very lucrative offer that somehow convinces them to sell Araujo and they ask Araujo to leave, it's reported that the player would be willing to leave because that's how much he loves the club, that he would be willing to sacrifice his dream of playing for Barcelona and leaving in order to save the club financially. Of course, I'm not saying this is going to happen. Barcelona's stance is still the same, that Ronald Araujo is not for sale. Anyways, that is all the news for now. Thank you for watching, for your comments, and for your likes. Let me know what you thought about Barcelona's performance against Las Palmas and about all the other news I share with you. And I will see you in the next video. And as always, peace, guys.